Well, g'day, good afternoon, how you going? This is Roger Roadside saying hello. Hello? Well, guys, well, we did it. We did it! Yay! Cue the music! Bam, 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 da, da, bam, 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 bam. We did bam, 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 da, da, bam, 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 bam. Ooh, wow, well done. Bloody hell. We got to 50 bloody subscribers, didn't we? Well, what an achievement by all. What a massive achievement. And, you know, I'd like to think that a lot of it was down to me, but really, you know, it's you guys. It's you guys out there that are doing the hard work, tuning in, listening in, pressing that button. I mean, you guys are the bloody heroes, not me. Not bloody me, it's you, all right? And don't you forget it. Don't let anyone tell you any bloody different. I don't know if you can see, but we're greeted this morning with a wonderful, crisp British day today. And, you know, it's bloody cold, don't get me wrong, but it looks the part, doesn't it? You know, nice blue skies. Look, a little bit of cloud coverage, but you know, in comparison to a couple of the days over the last few days, wow, Jesus, holy Mary, Mother of God, I thought my car was going to conk out. In comparison to the last couple of days, today is a little gem so far. I mean, it's only starting out. But yeah, now listen, now we've got to 50. Now I can live stream. I've got to tell you, I'm a little bit nervous. I'm a little bit scared. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'll give it a crack. Let me know in the comments because I kind of feel like I don't want to go full streaming and that just be 100% of the videos, because I know there's times where people work and there's times where people just aren't on YouTube and stuff. So I'm thinking probably the best thing to do is, you know, a little bit of 50-50, a little bit of pre-record stuff, so that, you know, those who are OG Roger Roadside fans can, you know, still tune in and listen to me waffle and pontificate. What's the other word? Pontificate. I was trying to think of the word that is where you poo, but I can't think of it. But not that. So yeah, anyway, long story short, 50-50, a little bit of live streaming during the days, which I'll obviously upload the recording of that if I can and figure out how to do that. You've got to remember, I'm not like 19 years old, guys. I'm only 21. But yeah, I'm still sort of figuring things out. But, you know, I think 50-50, live streaming and a little bit of recorded if I can. You know, remember, I do have to actually work at some points in the day, so... but hopefully I think I said in one of the videos yesterday that the concept or the community that I'd like to try to foster is one whereby we don't feel like we're alone, really. Those who feel, you know, who are having the same sort of thoughts as me or perhaps thinking the same way as me, you know, a lot of the times with everything that's going on in the world and everything that's especially going on in Britain, it just feels like we're the odd ones out, or I'm the odd one out. And so I'd like to foster a community whereby we don't feel like we're alone. But also, I'd like to foster a mature community, one that welcomes debate and one that welcomes discussion and one that goes, do you know what? Look, this is what I believe at the moment, and this is what I believe would be the best way forward, but I'm open. I'm open to listening to others. I'm open to hearing what other people have to say, and I'm open to always have a discussion. And I think that's key, and I think that's important, and I think, you know, along the lines, we've somewhat lost that. I feel like we're growing a society whereby everyone has to be, you know, has to wear their colours on their sleeve, and everyone has to sign up to a certain side, and that's it. That's them for life. You know, unless they defect and go to reform. But do you know what I mean? I get it. I get that people are are stringent Tory voters. I get that people are stringent Labour voters. I get that, you know, that we have our opinions. You know, those who are Brexiteers, those who weren't. I just think that, you know, it's all well and good to have convictions and to have, you know, core beliefs. You know, I think things like respecting one another. You know, no, you should never. I don't believe you should ever be violent towards someone else. You know, off the cuff. Like, you know, if you're defending yourself, or if you're seeing someone being, you know, violent towards and you want to step in, that's different. I mean, I don't believe that we should never initiate violence. I believe in respecting women and respecting men. I believe in respecting white people, but also respecting every single other race and colour and creed of people out there in the entire world. I believe in, you know, these sort of common values, and I feel like with those fundamental ones, yes, 100% have that as a foundation of conviction. But in regards to, you know, decisions on what direction we as a potential country should go, or you know, what ideology we'd like to see in place, whether it be a democracy, whether it be socialism, whether it be capitalism, whether it be dictatorship, you know, anything. You know, they're ideas, and they're things that I believe are up for debate and up for discussion. And I you know, having gone through it myself, I know that there are things that I believed when I was in my 20s and 30s that I don't believe anymore. And you know, so I say that in the sense that I know that your thoughts can change, your mind can change on things, and I don't think we need to be as stubborn to suggest that once we've made a decision, that's it for life. And so, you know, I just like to create a little pocket of YouTube whereby, you know, we can, you know, a lot of us can sort of come together and say, yeah, I believe in that, or maybe, you know, let's have a think about that, or whatever. But it's also a safe place for other people who don't believe in that. But I preface that by saying that respect goes both ways. I 100% respect the fact that you might have a different opinion, but I don't believe that gives you the right to disrespect me. I don't believe that gives you the right to disrespect any of the people that agree with me. I don't believe that gives you the right to be aggressive, violent, anything like that. I've always said along the lines, if you don't agree with something, 100% that's okay. Tell me and give me examples of where you think perhaps what I've said is flawed. Remember, look, I'm not a journalist, I'm not a professional, I'm not someone in here that's trying to change minds. I'm just someone in here that's trying to find a, you know, a little community for myself when I'm on the road and I'm working and stuff like that, because you know, it can get lonely, guys. It can. So I just want to talk to some people, you know. But look, if you're, you know, if that community isn't necessarily someone that you would chime with or get along with, then 100% you're welcome to stop by. But if it's not for you, it's not for you. That's fine. I'm sure there's other things out there, or other places out there where there's people that think like you, and that's fine. But anyway, long story short, I just wanted to say a big thank you for getting to the 50, and you know, now we look at the next target. Oh, I've got no bloody windscreen fluid. Now we look at the next target. The next target is 50 million, right? 50 million subscribers. That's what the next target is. If we can get 50 million subscribers. No, I'm only joking. Look, obviously, baby steps. Yeah, look, we've got 53, I think, now. If we can get to 100 by July 1st, let's say that, July 1st, 100 subscribers. A nice little 100, a hundo. You know, a nice little century. Raise your bat, say thank you. You know, tip your hat. But anyway, I'm getting on a motorway now, so it'll probably start sounding like I'm in an F47. But again, just wanted to say thank you for the support. Thank you for getting us to 50. Yeah, look out for a few live streams. Oh, wowzers! This is Roger Roadside saying goodbye. Goodbye.